Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Hello farmers, and welcome back to the Pacific Northwest. As you can see, it's morning. We had a good night's sleep. It's time to get to work. Work. So last evening we happened to get about 2 more loads of lumber to the mill. I shouldn't say lumber, wood. They're the ones making the lumber. And I got about like a third of a trailer left to bring over at some point. But the area is clear. But we still have the stumps to take care of. But also I did get the tedder over to the placeable area by the pig farm, the hog barn. So now all we need to do is probably bring the Fendt tractor over, and on the way over we'll grab the windrower so we can cut the grass and make some hay. But right now, 7:15 in the morning. I made my cup of coffee. I'm all set to go. Yep, so our cows, it looks like they're all alive. They made it to the night with their food. We'll come right on over here and park. Yep, we got manure. Good amount of manure already. Let's just check on the cows to see the reproduction rate. There's the sheep. Yeah, they need to be cleaned out. Cows, so yeah, total mixed rations. Yeah, we're working on it. So at this juncture right now, we'll just say 67 hours, we'll get 4 cows because we got one of each. We got 4 different kinds of cows here. So yeah, so we already got like almost 6,000 liters of milk in just about a span of 12 hours. So hopefully we can take care of this today a little bit by jumping into our Fendt tractor, which is around here somewhere. Our corn is growing. I need to bring the fertilizer sprayer over, and we got to take care of the herbicide as well. As you can see, the Fendt is over here, and I did grab the weeder. Let's go ahead and, no, not that. Drop that off, pull forward a little bit. Drop that off. And on to the store. So I'm going to go to the store, grab the windrower. I'll meet you over at the pig barn. And yeah, it's time to cut some grass, ted it, windrow it. Get some hay rows all set so we can bring on over to the cows. There's our canola. It's looking pretty darn good. And even the potatoes grew overnight as well. Or is that just weeds? Well, it's potatoes and weeds. So yeah, we do have a sprayer for our weeds as well. So maybe I'll tell the workers to start taking care of these fields here while we go cut some grass. Well, we got the big M all set with the tedder right in the back. So let's unfold that lovely thing. Lower it down, turn it on. Change this gears here. We don't want swath dropping, but we'll have to wait until those lower, I do believe, before I can change it. There we go, Control Y. Left swath, right swath, wide spreading. That's what we would like. This shouldn't take me too long. But I think what we'll do is we'll do probably a time lapse a little bit. Probably not a little bit, but actually this field's probably bigger than what I think it is. We're mowing more than the field, but we got grass on the side. We're going to get every little thing that we can. So I'm going to sit here and mow, then windrow. Then we'll let it probably sit for a while we go do some other work and then pick it up. And yeah, we'll have some hay for the total mix rations. So enjoy the tunes and enjoy me mowing a big field of grass. like always, the field is bigger than what you think. So this took me a little bit longer. But I did have a little bit of help. I will admit that I hired a helper for a while I went and took care of some other business. There was a couple things I wanted to try because I did not know. I did not know if you hired a helper with the Big M, would they know to keep the tedder on or turned off, or... they did pretty good with the tedder until they got maybe right about here in the field, and then for some reason he started to skip half the field, and he was trying to back up all the way from one side of the field to the other, as workers do for some unknown reason once in a while. So yeah, I took back over, and here we are. So it looks like we're going to have lots of hay. Lots and lots, which is good. So the question is, we'll see later on how much we get out of this field. We're going to let this grass/hay sit here for a little while we go do some other work, and then we'll come back and row it up, and then hopefully with a loading wagon we'll pick it all up and see how much we get. But I mean, if we get lots and lots of hay, we could always reseed this field into an arable field and grow some other kind of crop in it, then put grass back in it later on. So yeah, I'm not sure. Or I could just leave it a grass field and possibly make hay bales or something like that, because maybe at some point other farmers around here may want some hay and or grass, so I can make hay or grass bales at some point and sell them to them. I mean, yesterday the restaurant owner called and wanted some potatoes, so we got her potatoes. Alright, so let's fold that up. We're done with that. And we are done with that for today. That might be a lot of hay, but we need the hay. So yeah, while I had a helper going, I placed an order for our sheds over by the cow pasture and a silo. So hopefully at some point today that stuff will be delivered, and then we can go ahead and not run into cars, which I just about did. And yeah, we can build our new drive-through sheds and a silo. Now I'm wondering if I can back this in lengthwise and just leave it all hooked up, or is it going to stick out too far? I don't think I've ever backed up with a tedder on the back of the Big M before, but as long as I take it slow, should be fine. Oh yeah, we could leave the tedder right on. Look at that. I don't want to glitch to the back wall, which I'm not. I'm not quite all the way back. Well, okay, I'm hitting the wall. We're mostly under the cover. Right now we'll leave it like that. And I did not glitch into the wall either. I mean, it sticks out a little bit. Yeah, but I guess I could park them side by side, and then the windrower can go over here. I mean, I'm not going to have much else going on over here, I don't think. Any hoozles, I got a worker that's stuck apparently. Yeah, I don't know which one's which at this point. This is a liquid fertilizer helper. At least he's still not spraying liquid fertilizer everywhere. Can I see where you left off, sir? Alright, so he just got one more pass to go, so yeah, we'll go ahead and help him out here. I probably should have went and visited Stevie's Facebook page and see if he has modded versions of the Hardy sprayer, just so I can color code them. That way I can have one for herbicide, one for liquid fertilizer, and I know which one's which. And usually what Stevie does is he makes it so it doesn't use as much as the in-game one. Not that I mind the rate that it's going now. Alright, so I'll fold that up so as you can see, fertilize, fertilize, and fertilize, and we are weeding these fields here. Alright, You didn't know it, but I had a sneeze there for a second. It must be from cutting all that grass. The hay fever is kicking in. So yeah, while I had a hired worker mowing some of the grass, you know, letting them have the reins for a while so they can get used to it, you know. Gotta teach people how to use some things around here. I was over here with a Case Quadratech with the slash wood chipper slash get rid of anything kind of mod. And we'll just park you right here. And you don't need your beacons on. And I was taking care of the stumps over here. If you build it, he will come. Yeah, so I left a couple of stumps around here. But this is a mod, obviously. But I mean, if I want to get rid of a whole tree, I could use this grinder right here, go up to the tree, and yeah, it would wall out the whole tree, and it turns them all into wood chips. And if you see in the bottom right hand corner, for some reason some of the stumps were giving me wood chips and other stumps do not. But we'll go ahead and turn it on. So the reason why I got this mod, because where those sheds are over there, they had the funky like maple trees and whatever, which you cannot use a tree harvester on, and it is hard to cut them up in a zillion pieces. Well, I got more stumps here than I thought still. Gotta do a bird's eye view. Yeah, so those maple trees where those sheds are, yeah, I was having a hard time getting it, and someone left a link for a mod a while ago. I think when I was on Mercury Farms, back on our farm. And yeah, this thing is pretty darn neat to get rid of anything that you want. I wish I would get rid of these bushes so I could actually see what the heck I was doing. But we need to take care of these because our sheds are going to go here. And our silo is going to go here. Is that all the stumps? I don't know. Nothing's going to be worse than if I go place a shed down and there's a stump sticking up through. And I don't want to pay for landscaping to get rid of all the bushes just to see if there's a stump around. But we may have to, because nothing worse, like I said, than getting that all set. Is there one there that I just went over? No. I see one, though. I see one. Should be somewhere here. Oh, there it is. There we go. Gotta be careful not to get too close to those trees because those will zip them right up. Alright, so I am going to go tear up some bushes. And I'll bring it right back and we'll see if there's any more stumps we got to take care of. Well, it didn't take too long. All the bushes are gone. And nope, there are no stumps hiding in those bushes. And it didn't charge me a darn thing to pull out the bushes and landscaping because I was painting grass for grass. So, yeah, free of charge. I'm going to move this guy out of the way. I don't know what time they're coming to deliver all that stuff. I'm going to fold this guy up. Kind of leave her right here. Now we're just going to jump right on over to our herbicide sprayer. And we got to take care of the corn. This corn is for the pigs. Canola for the pigs. Potato for Rachel's restaurant. So in a couple days she can serve potatoes with her steaks and hamburgers and whatnot. Or maybe somebody just wants a side order of fries when they go in there. I don't know. Let's make some quick work of this field here by spraying some lovely herbicide. Now what I probably should do, I know I have it, right? Yeah, I do have it. Alright, so let's turn on our GPS because it's going to be a little bit difficult probably for me to see. if it wants me to. There we go. Alt R. And I can't tell where I left off, so we'll just back up. Yeah, right there should be good. There we go. Now I don't have to worry about overlapping and all that. That should take care of it for us. So a couple quick passes here. Let me lower the boom a little bit, so that should be good. And our future pigs will be happy for us. Well, will be happy with us that we're taking care of their food for them. Not that I should be spraying it with chemicals, but turn her back on. So probably about 3 more passes, including this one here. And then what we'll probably do is we'll go up to the northern plateau. We'll grab our Voltra tractor, and we'll head on over to the sheep barn. And they could use some cleaning out, as we saw, and see how they did, because yeah, we slept overnight, so hopefully the wool is looking more impressive. Guidance steering. Gotta love it, man. When Ravenport started and we were trying to do things like this, and it was, trying to see the weeds, it's like, where are the weeds? It's, it's hard to see where, even a bird's eye view, you can kind of see it. I mean, the weeder is a great little thing, but I wish they made them probably just a little bit wider. Because we get fields like this, it would take a while. I mean, maybe in the future, I'll have to get a tractor that can put narrow tires on. So instead of using a sprayer, yeah, we can use a tractor with narrow tires on it and a weeder and not have to use chemicals. Because I think right now the only tractor that we have that can take narrow tires is the Voltra. And that's up there. So that $3.1 million, and we have to spend some for another tractor down here. Because really we just got the Fendt tractor and the Case tractor down here for these 3 fields. Or 4 fields if you really want to count the grass field over there. I'm wasting a little bit of herbicide, but that's okay. It's all good. Wow, it's almost noon already. I gotta be careful of the time today, because I am flying back to our farm, Mercury Farms, so I can go back there and get some work done on our farm. Yeah, I still have no idea how, I mean, are we getting paid for, I have no idea what's going on here. Right now it's just good faith with Mr. Bill Buck, so I'm not sure what's going on here. Who knows? Alright, let's turn off GPS, guidance steering. Yeah, so the cows are producing a good amount of manure. I was thinking about putting the greenhouses down. I don't know. I could put some greenhouses down just for some daily income. Yeah, at first it's going to suck because I got to pay for the greenhouses, but in a matter of days it'll pay for itself. We know that on our own farm for sure. Because if you go into the stats page, already the cows, I could sell the manure at the BGA, but already we got 12,000 liters of solid manure I could put into some greenhouses. And then I just have to water them, and we'll get like $800 per... No, wait, is that right? Oh, I forgot what you get per hour. Nope, that's not right. Oh, is it? Miscellaneous. Where is... by Stevie. Is it these that we did? Yeah, it says $100 per hour. But if we know we put manure in it, so you actually get $200 per hour. It's actually double. Yeah, we use Stevie's mods. That's what we did. Yeah, so it's actually $200 per hour with manure and water. I mean, so that's not bad at all. I mean, a couple grand a day for putting manure and water into a greenhouse is not bad at all. Okay, so these fields are pretty well taken care of. Actually, we got 90,000 liters of Total Mix rations ready to go. I got tons of straw and silage in here. Like I said, we're just waiting for some hay. So let's pop over here. The lumber mill said they're fine for a while, because like I said, we brought one load in, and then before I called an evening, me and Frank kind of load up the trailers and brought 2 more deliveries on over to them. So they're set for a little bit, so that wood can just sit there. The only thing that trailer is used for is trees anyways. I'm just kind of hanging around here waiting to see if the delivery people show up with our shed and silo material. It's all flagged out where it needs to go. So when they come here, they'll place it down. They're just delivering material, not actually building it up. We will do that, and I kind of want to get it done before we head back home, just because when I'm gone, they could tidy up the farm by parking some things up. I mean, I don't want visitors coming to the town, seeing the farm, and just have stuff everywhere. I want to make it look nice. It's all about the community. Yeah, let's go grab some Total Mix rations. Another 90,000 liters, so it'll make that bar meter just look a little bit better. And today, when we bring the hay over and put it in here, it can make some Total Mix rations while we're gone. And when we come back, we should have more than enough to top off the cows, and actually have some left in storage as well. And like I said, I think this can hold 600,000 liters of material. There's our water tanker. Total Mix rations. I can't believe it's actually another 90,000 liters even. It must be because of the way I brought the hay over. Perfect. And like you see, we got plenty of silage. There's actually a great demand for silage at the barn. But even with the great demand, the price is still better at the BGA. And of course, I'd rather sell it at the BGA for the reason of we get digestate for it. More money and digestate. Alright, slowly going here because we don't want this hitting the ceiling of our cow barn. This is going to make the feed trough just look a little bit better. There we go. Careful going out. And yep, I gotta wait for that to lower, I suppose. There we go. Only if that pig barn that we had on the preview had an opening like that, just enough to get a truck and... Well, it doesn't even need to be that big, just enough to get something in there to take care of the pigs. Just something. Maybe they're working on it for version 2 or something. I don't know. I haven't seen any other versions of it or whatever. Seeing that it's almost noon, I'm going to take a lunch break, and then I'll meet you up where the Vulture is, and we'll go up there and take care of the sheep, and make sure the chickens are doing okay, and see how they're progressing along, and hopefully our sheds will have appeared by then. If not, then what we'll do is we'll grab the truck and we'll grab the loading wagon and bring that all the way over to our grass field, and we'll windrow and start collecting some hay. And here we are in our lovely little Vultra. So that's what the chickens are up to. Not quite a full pallet yet, but you know what? When that chicken pen gets full, those pallets will fill up pretty quickly, I think. Let's go ahead and drop off our pallet fork there. Mosey on over here and grab our bucket. I think what I gotta do is raise the bucket up to kind of help me get around the fence and everything. I don't think I need the weight for this. I don't think they're producing that much manure. I don't know what it's going to be look like inside the cab. I'm not good at doing the bucket from inside the cab. Looks like I got two though, because I'm hitting the foundation. Yeah. And I don't need the backup view. Or actually, I'm probably hitting the door is what I'm actually hitting. And I think I got it all. It is a tight squeeze through that door, I will say that much. If only he put the gate like right here, I think that would have been better. That way you can just drive straight through for the most part. Let's go ahead and shut the gate to make sure the sheep don't get out. And actually, I can probably just go ahead and dump that over the side into there. There, the sheep should be all cleaned out. For now, I'm just going to park the Vulture right here. It needs to grab the weeder and weed that field. But that might be something the workers do while we're gone. Well, there's a little bit there. I don't know if that's just freshly put down or from after I've already got done. So it looks like we got a full pallet and a mixture of other pallets. Yeah, I think every time you restart the game and the wool starts counting, it just picks a random pallet to fill in. That's fine. As long as they fill up. How many sheep do we actually have at this point? So in a few days, they should use some, we'll have to take care of them. This will take care of itself in just a little while. But this is about like a 19. Even though the cleanliness is down to 0, it doesn't hurt their productivity that much like it did in 17. If I remember, if this went down to 0, their productivity in 17 went way down. It's not as bad in 19, which is good. Because, sometimes you get farming and forget to clean out your animals. And, yeah, I do know there's... what was it called in 17, like clean table manners or whatever it was, so where you have to clean out your animals. But I kind of like taking care of the animals. So speaking of taking care of the animals, let's head on down as we can teleport in this lovely town. Let's hop into our Fendt tractor. The truck is already over here with the loading wagon. So we got this beautiful prone windrower. I think what I'm going to have to do, because we're so close to the fence line, is we're going to unfold this and kind of do a headland up here. Just so I don't get clipping on the fence. Ooh, working speed on this thing is 22. Nice. Now I would have had this following the Big M, but the working width on this is a lot wider than the Big M, obviously. But looks like the grass has dried out nicely, so we got nice hay to pick up. Yeah, so hopefully when we come back next week, the mixer will have a good amount of total mix rations and we'll be caught up on the cows. The cows will be happy. I mean, they should be happy now. They got food in their trough. I think they should be good for at least 5 days, because I think it's probably like half full. And by the time they require some more, we should be able to fill them up all the way. But until we can see how much hay we actually got off this field, I don't know. I probably will keep it a grass field for another harvest at least. And then if we're getting that much, then maybe, because we're more in dire need of crops than grass, we can always like seed this field and harvest it a couple times. And then just before we really need some grass for whatever reason, we can always come back and reseed it for grass. But looks like we're just going to make some loops around the field here. Get some nice swaths going. I remember using this in FS15 on Bjornholm. This was a windrower I had there for the grass fields to feed the cows. Can't complain about the working width on this one, that's for sure. And the working speed. I don't remember the working speed being 22. Oh, I thought it was 18 miles an hour in 15. I don't think I used this in 17, if it was available. I don't remember. But at least we'll grab probably a couple trailer loads from the loading wagon when we get done. And maybe leave it up to the workers while we're gone to clean up the rest of the field. But at least get 2 loads over to the Total Mix Rations mixer to get going. Because I haven't got word about our sheds being delivered just yet. Now, like I said in the previous episode, I thought I saw when Seasons comes out, when you ted the grass, it's going to have to sit in the field for a couple hours before it turns into hay. And I don't know if they got that to work or not. Knowing that modding team, they probably did, but... So it'll be just like what we did today. So we tended the grass and let it sit here for about 3 or 4 hours to turn into hay. I wonder if actually you'll have to mow the grass, let the grass sit there for 3 hours, then ted it to turn it, and then wait another amount of time before it turns completely into hay. Have to see. I don't really keep up with the Seasons mod. I find out my news by watching YouTubers. Kind of like Silver News. He does news on simulated games. Most of the games that I play is the ones that he updates on, like Farming Simulator, American Truck Simulator, Euro Truck Simulator, Hunter Call the Wild is something else he really keeps on. Cattle and Crops when they have something new come up. But we are just about done rolling up this hay here. I think I'm going to kind of call that good enough. I know I got some little patches here and there. Alright, so that's folding up. We're going to bring this on back and park it up next to the loading wagon. And then we're going to see how fast the loading wagon loads up. I mean, those look like pretty darn good swaths right there. Yeah, they look pretty good. We'll just have to see how fast they fill up. And like I said, we're going to grab a couple of loads and bring it to the mixer. Then I think I'll have one of the farm hands probably do it later on, because I got to be catching a flight out of here. You going to stop there? I thought it was going slow enough it would just drop and stop, drop, and roll. But can I sneak in here, please? probably not. Thought I could be a little bit cheeky and hook it up. And I can be. Alright, lower the bridge, turn that on. And I believe I got most of this grass turned over, so I shouldn't have any grass popping in there and switching my whole load over to grass. Which I don't think they can, I think they fixed that issue way back a long time ago. So obviously the first swath is pretty much non-grass, non-field grass and half field grass, so the yield on the outside is not going to be good as the swaths on the inside, but already, as you can see, we're just about half full, and we just started. So I think we're going to get plenty of hay for the mixer. So today we did ted it and windrow it, but if I ever get running behind, we could just end up mowing the grass into a swath, picking up a loading wagon, and put it into the haymaker if I don't have time to do some things. But hopefully, for the most part, I'll find time to do this. And already, we are just about full. Just like that. Probably shouldn't drive over the swaths like this, but should drive all the way around the field. Don't want to be compacting my hay. But speaking of Silver News, he did some more on that 64 times map, and man, that map is flipping huge. I'm actually going to cut through our fields here. Yeah, probably at some point, I'm just looking over there, our sheds look like they have arrived. The sheds and the silo. That the material is there. So we'll go drop this off on the way back. We'll break our backs a little bit and build them on up. And hopefully I get just as lucky as I did with those sheds over there lining up. But I doubt it. I doubt it. Yeah, it is getting to be 2 o'clock in the afternoon. My flight is somewhere around 6 o'clock. So yeah, I need to hop into my pickup truck and head to the airport. Try to snooze on the plane. So when I get back home, I can get right to work. But the good news is, here this week, we got our cows. And slowly but surely, they'll start making money for us and reproducing, kind of like the sheep and the chickens are. I mean, we did sell some wood this week. So, I mean, there's a little bit of income for the town. No, I don't want to honk the horn. I want to unload some hay. There, it already registers the hay, so that should start making some. Yep, we already got 1,000 liters. Perfect. Alright, let's go check out our new sheds and silo. And fingers crossed it all works out for us. Yeah, at some point we're going to have to call in and we'll do some landscaping. Yeah, I blocked off my path, so I'm going to cut through the wash shed here. Go slow. I don't want to wreck my grates by going too fast over them. We'll leave the engine running because it shouldn't take too long. So everything's placed where I asked them to be placed. Let's go ahead and build up the silo first of all. Great demand at dairy station. Well, usually that means milk. It's not the same design silo. I must have clicked on the wrong one in the, in the shop. Really? Did I actually click on the wrong one? I mean, obviously I did. It's not the same one. Yep, just one. I accidentally clicked on this one. Okay, we'll take care of that. That's not a problem. I mean, it doesn't look that bad there. Alright, so we'll build the first drive-through shed from Alien Jim. That looks good. And fingers crossed, I got a funny feeling it's going to be off a little bit. Put the roofs up. Actually, that looks pretty darn good right there. It's good. Yeah, so we got a few drive-through areas here, and if I need to, I could always put another one down and make room over there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to call the dealership and tell them, yeah, it's the shed, but not the outside's all wrong. Be back with you in just a second. Alright, this is looking a little bit better. Helps when you click on the right button. So we now have a drive-through silo down here to store extra hay or whatever. Or the best part is, like, if we're making harvesting food for our pigs, if I don't have time to unload and drive it over to the pigs and feed them in there, I can always just put it in our silo here. If our Total Mix Rations mixer gets too full of Total Mix Rations, this will... Wait, does this... I would assume with Alien Jim, I'm pretty sure most of his... which one's Total Mix Rations? Is that Total Mix Rations there? I think that's chaff. This might be Total Mix Rations. I forgot now. There is chaff and there is, was it forage? That's silage, manure, pig food. I would assume it does take Total Mix Rations. I mean, 600,000 liters. If I got 600,000 liters, that should be more than enough for our cows anyways. Alright, so yes, we got a drive-through, well, 2 drive-through sheds, 4 bays. I should be able to fit like 2 and 4 pieces of equipment in each one, which is good because we got a few pieces of equipment that definitely need to go in there. Any hoozles, let's get back over to our grass field. We're going to grab one more load of hay for the day, and then I'm going to... I've already texted Frank and let him know, because Frank is a guy who kind of takes care of the farm while we're gone. Look after things. I kind of gave him a list of things that I just like to see done before I come back. I mean, I told him the lower fields are all taken care of. You shouldn't have to worry about that. I just want him to grab our equipment that's around here, kind of like our beet harvester, which I do believe probably still has beet in it. I told him to take that on over to the silo over by the pig barn, and then park that up. We'll drop off the header. Then he needs to go and with the beet harvester pick up the header at the dealership, because the dealership, the header is still sitting there. So he needs to take care of that. Park up all of the equipment that we can down here and tidy up the northern end as well. Also, he's going to pick up the straw in that field that we harvested the day before. And he's going to weed that field by the chicken barn. And he's not going to... I don't think he's going to get a chance to harvest the other wheat field that's up there. And yes, he's going to pick up the rest of this hay. and bring it over to the total. I just told him, fill up the total mix rations mixer as much as it can take, and any extra hay that he gets, put into the silo that we just built, but also at least leave, yeah, actually I should text him back. He can put all the hay over there. Probably be better. When the sheep need hay, I can just take out that silo instead of this one. I did tell him to leave one load of hay in this silo over here by the pig barn, but yeah, we can just put it all over into our silo that we just built. So we still have $3 million, which is good. We just have to buy the pigs, and that will probably be next week. Because we got the root crop, we got some corn, but we got more corn growing. The cereal crop we do have, we just don't have it down here at the mixer, and we're just waiting for that field of canola to turn over. I mean, that's not going to be much canola as it is. I would have liked to have more canola, but we had to make potatoes. So yeah, well, at least we'll get some money by bringing the potatoes to... she hasn't told me where she wants the potatoes brought to yet. I'm not bringing them right to the restaurant. Did I go past? Yes, I did go past. The potatoes have to be processed before they brought to the restaurant, so she's going to tell me where to bring those. Oh, looks like I missed a little bit of hay there. Well, Frank will get it. He's good. He's catching on real quick. So let's head on back over to our mixer, drop this off, and I'm going to park this by our new sheds, and Frank can sort it all out while we're gone. Yeah, as for the traffic patterns on here, I've seen some cars coming down the road there. Some actually turn over the bridge and some keep going straight. So sometimes I think, oh, they're going to turn. And they don't. And I pull up in front of them and they honk the horn at me because they drive so fast in this town. They don't really ram into me, but they make it as I'm pulling out. It's like, now I can't turn. But it's all good. I like having the traffic turned on when I can. So what we probably will do is, I do have some of the tree mods where I can place down some of the trees. We may pretty it up just a little bit around the sheds to kind of put some more trees. It's funny, yeah, we cut down trees to put sheds in. Now we may put some trees down to kind of make it just look a little bit better around the sheds. And like I said, we need to probably take care of some of these roads in here. Maybe smooth them out. And maybe even put some pavement down, because we are driving with some pretty heavy loads through here. So it might be good to have some pavement or concrete down. But one thing at a time here. But now that we got the farm pretty much settled, like I said, we just pretty much got to buy the pigs. As for equipment, I think we are pretty much set, other than buying another tractor for the lower fields down here that I can put narrow tires on so I can weed instead of using herbicide. That's just the narrow tires that I really need so I don't destroy our crop. And the other thing that we may get into the future is a cotton harvester and a trailer to pick them up with. There, so we got plenty of silage here. Obviously we got plenty of hay. Straw is, yeah, I mean, we don't have an abundance of straw. We got whatever's in the mixer and plus whatever we're getting from the fields up north in the northern part. But pretty much, yeah, we pretty much now got a foothold on the farm. The new farm in the Pacific Northwest. Yeah, that grass in the road, that's from placed down the cow pasture. Apparently, the boundary of the cow pasture overexceeded into the main road a little bit. I don't know if I can buy the land around the road and take care of that grass, but I'll do that off camera if I can and when I think about it. So hopefully Frank will take care of some things around here. It's starting to look like a little bit clustered. But yeah, we'll probably put the harvester hopefully he'll have the harvester over in the drive-through area. This will be for implements. Like I said, we might put this cultivator and park that up there for the northern part, and buy the all-arounder. What the heck's that thing called? I showed it to you last episode, and now we can't find cultivators. There we go. Yeah, so the all-arounder. I might actually download the modded. There's a modded all-arounder. There's no stat change. Everything's different. Just that you can color it. And we like colors. Colors. I mean, the flexi coil is not bad, but I don't think our fields are that big to where I need that yet. What's the horsepower requirement? Horsepower requirement is 500 horsepower, 24 meters. 14.5 meters, 520 horsepower. I mean, the flexi coil, I can almost pull that with the Fendt. The Fendt is like 510 horsepower. Do I really need the flexi coil? I mean, oh wow, look at the price difference though. I mean, the benefit is it's 10 meters wider and it requires less horsepower. I mean, the money, yeah, we got the money, but the problem is our loan is kind of killing us a little bit at I think it's like $155,000 a day at midnight that we are paying for that. Yeah, but now that our cows are going, you ladies are producing some milk. They got water, they got food. Yes, they could probably use some more straw as well. So yeah, we need to keep putting cereal crop up in the northern part and get some straw going. So we need bedding for the pigs, we need bedding for the cows, we need straw for the total mix rations. Yeah, so straw. I think we got plenty of hay for a while. So yeah, when we come back, of course, we got some harvesting to do. I already got my suitcase in the back of the truck. I am off to the airport to head back home to deal with whatever is going on at my farm at the moment. But as far as I can tell, everything's going well. So yeah, I'm off to the airport. I will see you tomorrow at Mercury Farms. Or if you don't watch Mercury Farms, and then I'll see you next week when I'm back here in the Pacific Northwest. But I'm off to the airport. So that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always, and I'll catch you next time. But until then, have a good one.